So we think there's significant potential in Brazil. This is our first trip to Brazil, but our first of many. And we have been contacted by a number of organizations in our offices in the United States. And now on the first day of our first visit, we've been contacted by a significant number of other organizations. So we think that the emerging data center market in Brazil is going to be significant. So the certifications have really only emerged as a worldwide phenomenon in the last 5 to 10 years. And what that means is that in Brazil is the first organization that was willing to be a pioneer, which is Ativas, really will stake the new ground in the data center industry. And we expect that as soon as one does something such as certification, that others will follow suit. And it really also speaks to the emerging nature of the Brazilian data center requirements, that potentially before there wasn't a need for the highest levels of availability and infrastructure because the business need was not there yet. I think it means a number of things. One is that they have a third party that has no vested interest in the project, that comes in and reviews the design and the facility and ensures that it is what it claims to be. No one needs to take Ativas' word for it. They have an outside party such as the Uptime Institute that has verified these claims. And for its business positioning, it clearly has positioned itself as the pioneer in the third-party operator market in Brazil, and also is able to ensure the highest levels of availability for its customers through a Tier 3 certified infrastructure. Yes, so the tiers are currently used in over 110 countries, and we have tier certification projects ongoing in over 25 countries, and that clearly demonstrates that it's the global language of data center performance. So what the customers can expect is the performance advantages of a Tier 3 concurrently maintainable infrastructure. What that means is that any piece of critical equipment can be maintained or replaced without interrupting operations. So transparent to their customers' IT function, the Ativas team can work on their critical equipment and replace it. That means that the equipment remains in a like-new condition, and equipment in a like-new condition operates at the highest levels of availability. So the tiers consider the critical equipment of the data center infrastructure. So in plain terms, the equipment that delivers power and removes heat from the computer room. So the tiers are progressive, and what that means is that each tier builds upon the lower one. So Tier 1 is non-redundant basic capacity. Tier 2 is redundant components. You can see there that the infrastructure increases in complexity and robustness with each tier. Then from Tier 2 to Tier 3 is concurrent maintenance. You can replace or work on any piece of equipment, any piece of critical equipment that keeps it in a like-new condition. And then Tier 4 adds fault tolerance, which is the capability to respond to a fault by the infrastructure on its own without human intervention. So the differences between the tiers are increasing levels of redundancy, functionality, and higher performance.